What is today? My favorite day. Story time Sunday.
Jimothy! Jimothy! Subscribe to Jimothy.
Today I'm going to speak on the ugly truth about Spongebob and Sandy cheeks. Now I know y'all seen Spongebob. Hell, Spongebob has been a big part of my life as well as the majority of folks on the internet today. But after all those years of countless laughs and endless memes, nobody, and I mean nobody, has brought up the ugly truth that hangs over SpongeBob's head day in and day out. My nigga SpongeBob is big in love with Sandy Cheeks. And not just regular in love. I mean, he adores her. And she doesn't like him back. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that SpongeBob is in the quote-unquote friend zone, because doing that would imply that because of his undying sheer admiration, infatuation, respect, love, and friendship, that he is somehow owed any sort of romantic reciprocity. But that don't change the fact that SpongeBob's mental health has been spiraling downward over the years due to the fact that he is helplessly in love, while Sandy Cheeks is in love with my guy, voted GQ Sexiest Man Alive 2 years running, Larry the Lobster. Yes, you heard that correctly. She's in love with Larry the Lobster. Don't get me wrong, I get it. Larry is tall, muscular, confident, and soft in the eyes if you catch where I'm going with this. And look at SpongeBob. He's soft, squishy, and most importantly, he is adorable as fuck, my nigga. And hey, there is nothing wrong with that. Some squirrels are really into that sort of thing. But not Sandy. Sandy and Larry have been going steady since season 1, episode 2, and Rip Pants, where Sandy first laid eyes on Larry. Most of you may not even have noticed their on-again, off-again relationship, but that's just because they were trying to keep that on the low to protect my boy SpongeBob's heart. Remember, soft and squishy. And SpongeBob has peeped game since the beginning. Did you ever take the time to notice the absolutely ridiculous lengths SpongeBob went to win back the girl of his dreams? He went above and beyond for his queen, who only saw him as a jester. My boy SpongeBob was getting eaten up inside, like he swallowed Matt Stoney whole, and his heart was a bulk-sized pack of competition-style hot dogs. And you know, every chance he gets by himself in that lonely pineapple of his, he's pumping Drake's whole Take Care album and Juice WRLD's All Girls Are the Same on repeat. My boy SpongeBob, so torn up inside, you would have thought he ordered 2 No. 9s, a Crunchwrap Supreme, and a large Baja Blast from Taco Bell. To get what I'm talking about here, let's further examine his actions. You remember when my dude SquarePants started working out to impress Sandy? He was out here lifting teddy bears like he worked at Build a Stuffed Animal Workshop or whatever that place is called. All just so he could get toned and in shape for Mrs. Cheeks. They made it seem like he was trying to impress everybody too. But we know all too well he had a furry little sea-dwelling mammal in the corner of his eye. My boy spent his entire month's rant on some inflatable arms that ended up exploding, which is quite unfortunate because he threw away the receipt, so you know he wasn't getting those coins back either. All in the name of unrequited love. My next point. SpongeBob was out here taking up hobbies that he knows damn well he had no business getting into. All just to win over Sandy, whose undying passion for Larry is so strong, she decided she'd rather live in a spacesuit under the sea, away from all her friends and family out in Texas, just to be with him. Bruh, what's she gonna eat? They don't even have nuts out in the ocean. Unless we're talking about Larry's massive... never mind. SpongeBob is an elite jellyfisherman and a scholar when it comes to bubble blowing, which is kind of ironic because he always seems to blow his chance with Sandy. He's out here getting nose deep into karate just because it gives him that much more time with his love, Sandy. SpongeBob ain't built for karate. You know who's built for karate? That's right, Larry the motherfucking Lobster, y'all. One chop from Larry's massive meat cleavers, and you're gonna look like diced onions ready to be sauteed in a Michelin-starred restaurant. Imagine being SpongeBob knowing there is a man out there that has the chiseled exoskeleton of a Greek god immortalized in statue form out in Greece. And not only that, every night he is big piping down your squirrel's cheeks 5 times a week minimum for the past 10 years. And she won't even hardly give my boy a text back during thirsty hours. It's this type of rejection that drives a man to either become a crazy snail lady, word to Gary, or the greatest ever fry cook that the world has ever seen. You think somebody in a whole ass relationship could contribute the amount of love SpongeBob puts into each Krabby Patty? Huh? No! Loneliness has driven some of the greatest inventors, artists, and all-around legendary individuals to get out there and put the ungodly amount of work, passion, and soul that it takes to be great. With each patty SpongeBob flips, he gains 1 added XP towards getting that girl of his dreams in his mind. Is that a crazy thought and motivating factor for an individual to have? Sure, you should be doing great things because you deserve it and you are worthy, not because of the underlying hurt that is rejection. But the proof is in the patty, my nigga. People come from every which way to get a taste of those burgers. And y'all may have thought the secret ingredient was plankton or Frank's Red Hot sauce or some bullshit like that. But no, the secret ingredient in a Krabby Patty is the overwhelming sadness and disappointment that SpongeBob has about a squirrel that has never romantically liked him back and probably never will. The secret ingredient is knowing that an incredibly attractive lobster who has the classic good looks you couldn't pay for because, like Levi's, those jeans are rugged, cool, and men and women can't get enough of them. The secret ingredient is knowing every day if you put in the work and passion, maybe you won't end up a middle-aged man alone in a house with your snail, wishing every night that instead of being employee of the month 15 years running, you could settle down to a full-time job of loving a squirrel named Sandy Cheeks from Texas. It don't pay much, but damn it! Did your mother tell you that money doesn't buy happiness? My fellow kings and queens out there, if you ever find yourself helplessly in love with someone who doesn't like you back, who knows? Maybe you should try something new and put in as much energy as you would have trying to chase that individual into being legendary. Maybe one day, you too could be the greatest fry cook that ever lived. With that, I'd like to conclude this episode by saying, my nigga, could you please give us a like or subscribe or something? Come on, dog. We out here every Sunday doing our thing. Join the Cream Pack, aka Whipped Cream family, because we lit out here. I love you, and see you next week. Don't melt, because a milkshake can wait. You know what time it is, y'all? It's shout out time. Welcome to the Cream Pack, new and old. Now, if you want to make it in next week's video, all you gotta do is comment down below or tell some friends about us. It really helps us to grow. Alright, y'all. Shouts out to Bands ISO, ZZ Oof YT, Soviet Creates, Tony Van Ginkel, Hoser Though, Bands Productions, Jacob Needs to Wake Up, and big shouts out to JDC Animates/Stories. He gave us a shout out on his channel, and that's something that means a lot to the Cream Pack. We appreciate that. I love you. See you next week. On this side, I think about how things are really adding up. Why you getting distant? Are you thinking that you had enough? I finally open up to you, I see you closing down on me. Got me out here thinking that she is simply mad at me. Been this way for about a week, for her it's probably two. I don't think too much of it, I'm so blind, I'm a fool. She said, boy, I'm gonna learn you up, this breakup be a school. Let's do this while I love you, have a friendship if that's cool. Baby, this side, couldn't see you sending signs yet on this side. Cut me way off.